In other news today, the Employment and Labour Minister Thulas Nxesi visiting the rural villages of Cofimvaba in the Eastern Cape. Nxesi and the Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane highlighting the need to identify and use opportunities in rural districts. The minister is in the province ahead of the Presidential Imbizo, which is taking place in Tsomo tomorrow.
We continue building up to the Presidential Imbizo, which will be held in Tsomo under the Mabuyane District Municipality here in the Eastern Cape. I'm joined now by Minister of Employment and Labour, Mr. Thulas Nxesi, going to speak to us about what they are bringing to the rural youth here in the Eastern Cape. Minister, thank you very much, sir, for your time. Talk to us about the importance of bringing job opportunity, but also training capacity to young people so that they're able to access opportunities which would usually benefit people who are in the cities and townships.
Remember that one of the key areas which we're focusing on in our program, which was unveiled by the President, is the issue of job creation and skills training. And also, given this setting where we are, which is part of the Eastern Cape, Ikrisani, it's a rural place where when you talk about unemployment, you're talking about lack of opportunities. Then what we're trying to do here is to come and expose the young people to the opportunities that might be available. And I would say the young people who are in the cities, there are different opportunities, there are different NGOs which are available to them. But what is important is that when we talk about this unemployment, it's worse in the rural districts of South Africa or the rural provinces. So what is important is they must also not be left behind. We are giving them skills in the different areas, entrepreneurship. We're giving them skills in plumbing, in electrical, because we're talking about, as the opportunities are coming, amongst other opportunities which we're talking about, we're talking about installing the solar. As we are moving from, when we're talking about this just transition, we're talking the solar, who's going to install those solar panels into the houses which are being built. It must be the young people who must be trained in all those areas, but it must be the young people who must have their own small enterprises. We must be able to support them. But also, you know that some of these areas, they used to be buzzing in terms of agricultural production. When we're talking food security, it means we have to work on the land, we have to produce. But part of that is not just producing, it is also processing those products. It is also giving them access to the markets. So we're not doing this thing alone as the department. We're doing it together with the Department of Higher Education, which is very massive on skills training. We're doing it together with the small businesses. Minister Ndabeni Abrams is also part of this. So we are trying by all means to integrate all the programs so that we're able to massify them.
Minister, thank you very much, sir, for your time there and that the comprehensive update on what they are bringing to the rural youth here in the Eastern Cape under the Mabuyane District Municipality. The Presidential Imbizo will be taking place at Tsomo on Friday, so we're looking forward to that. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Cofimvaba.